In this video, I'm going to walk you through setting up your Amazon listing using all of the information that we have here on Monday. So on Monday here, we've got the SKU, we've got the product name and description, we've got all the information that we need to create our listing. We also have our unit dimensions, number of units per carton, which is going to come in whenever we're placing our first replenishment, information such as the unit weight, our product barcode. We also have our product listing, which I have off screen to hand, as well as the product photography. So in order to download the product photography, you could just hover over one of the images here, and you can see that there are 3 dots at the top, and you'll be able to download your file from here. We also have information such as 360 if you have that, as well as A+. So let's get started. Just on another tab here, I've got my Amazon UK Add a Product page open. And to get here, we can go to the hamburger menu at the top left, hover over Catalog, and then click on Add Products. So one thing I like to do, I do have my barcode handy here. Just going to quickly copy that. One thing I like to do is just do a quick search. 99.9% of the time, it's going to come up with nothing, which is exactly what we are expecting, because this is a product that is brand new and not currently on Amazon. Reason why I like to do this is just in that small instance, that odd chance that I've made a mistake and assigned the wrong barcode. Never happened in the past. I don't see it ever happening, but it's always good practice to do a final check. So all things are looking good on this side. I want to just create a new listing, and I can just click this button here. And we can see I've already selected, and sometimes it would go to the recommended. I always like to click on all attributes just to gather all the information that I have. Item name, we can go with the first part of the title just to get a bit of an idea as to where Amazon would see this product. Okay, so we've got Bowl, and I also have one of my main competitors listing open here as well. Just want to scroll down to the product information areas. We can see that they're listed in bowls as well. So this is looking good. I can hit confirm. And we can see it's opened up into a new area. We've got item name. This is where your title is going to be. Obviously, we're not going to have rice paper water bowl as our title. I do have my listing open on the side here, so I'm going to put in the correct title. Then we can see that product type it's already in bold, so we don't need to do anything on that side. And we can scroll down. We've got brand name, and this is a Katai product. And then we've got our external product ID. So this is the barcode that is assigned to this product. So I just want to double check. So this is ending in 265. Just a quick cross-reference here. Yep, all is looking good. And then we want to select this one here. So this is an EAN, and so it's all kind of captured in one area. So everything's looking good. I can hit next and see what else is required. And you can also see that all the attributes went back to recommended. I want to keep this open. So product description, I have my listing here. I've got the HTML, so you wouldn't want to be putting in your description as if you were reading it on a live page. As you know, we want to have this in HTML. So this goes in as one block. Don't need to separate any lines here. It's already built into the code. So we've got bullet points here. I've got 5, so just going to open up 5 areas, and then I'm just going to copy and paste these in. Okay, and then if we scroll down, we're in the product images area. I also have this off screen, so I can just drop these all in. So I want to drag and drop all of the images in, and we can see that they start to fill into these areas here. So I'm just going to make the screen a little bit smaller. Okay, so we've got the main image, which is not this one. I know that this one is going to be the main image, so I'm just going to do a little bit of rejigging around this one is like a duplicate of the infographic showing the dimensions, so I can put that towards the end. And I do like this more close up of the product, so I'm going to bring this to image 3, and got a bit of like a lifestyle image as with this one. Then we have the bonus, then we've got what looks to be a duplicate, so I can just delete that and then bring these back here. So I'm happy with that. I can always come back and edit the listing later, but I'm happy with that as the initial listing. So not hitting submit, we need to look at the top and see what other areas that we have. So we've already completed the product identity. This is the description area, which we've completed. And now we can look at the product details. So it's going to look different dependent on product, but also category as well, and also marketplace. So if you're looking at this on the US or Australia or the Canadian platform, it can ask for different things. Might have a little bit of a different format, and they might ask you for certain things such as model number. So model number we don't really use in a product like this. However, we do have a SKU, so that's what I'm going to use. Then manufacturer, if this is an AI product done with us, it's going to be Katai Global. And the generic keyword. So this is an area that we sometimes call the backend keywords or additional key phrases. So I've got that here on the document outside the screen. So let's just drop that in here. And you can see that generic keyword is not a mandatory field. However, it's definitely mandatory in our world. So don't forget to add those in. Okay, so the material, we know that this is a plastic product. And item type name, again, it's a very straightforward rice paper water bottle. Nothing else is mandatory this as of yet. And we can see that unit count, we know that there are 2 units in this set, and we can select count. And we have item dimensions, width and height. So just off screen, I've got my infographic showing the product dimensions. So this is not the packaging included, and I know that we have a 28 centimeter width, and we have a 16 centimeter height. Okay, so we can scroll over to the offer area, and we can see that quantity is a mandatory field here. So that just tells me that the fulfillment channel hasn't been selected. So this is an FBA product, so we can click on that. And now it's looking more familiar. So contribution SKU is not a mandatory field. So this is definitely one thing that you want to keep in mind whenever you're setting up your listing for the first time. Not the end of the world if you forget this, hence why we have SKU differentials. But it's definitely one thing that you want to remember if you want to keep your SKUs consistent across all platforms. So I know that our price is £19.95. Then we can scroll down, and as we're dealing with private label products, it's always going to be new. Now it's asking for our item dimensions as well as our item package dimensions. So just going with the product, and I'm just going to select centimeters down here. So the length is 28 centimeters by 16 by 2. Okay, so we've got the item package dimensions, which are 28, 17, 14. Okay, just going into the package weight, and this is 0.7 kilos. Okay, let's just scroll down and we can see that because we have the EFN on, we're able to sell to customers all across Europe. So I know that the sales price for this is going to be 27.95. And note that I've put a comma here instead of a full stop or a decimal. It's just the way that they do things in Europe, and you'll come to know that if you make that mistake, it's going to look very odd. So definitely one thing that you're going to get used to as you expand your product portfolio. So I'm just going to paste all of these in, and Belgium as well. So did I miss anything else? We've got Japan open. Let's turn that off for now, and we can certainly talk about Japan at a later date. And so everything's looking fine on this side. Safety and compliance has a red marker on there. So let's just see. We've got country of origin. We can select China. And are batteries required? No. Dangerous goods regulations, it's not applicable. So that should tidy up everything on this side. One final check I like to do before hitting submit is just going into the product identity, making sure that I've got my barcode in. I'm always 100% sure that that's always in. And then also going into the offer, making sure that my SKU's in there as well, which it is. So everything's looking great on this side. And then, making sure that your generic keywords are in there. Sometimes in some categories, the generic keyword area, or search terms, as it's sometimes called on the back end of Amazon, is missing whenever you're creating your first listing. So do go back once you save that within 20 minutes to half an hour. You should be able to edit the listing and upload your back end keywords there. But everything on this side is looking good. I can go with a submit. And that's it.